It's all good. But, all right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all if in the praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashum, Yahweh Shai, Bahashum, Bahashum, Hakudash, Salaki for they do that over. I'm going to give all if in the praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashum, Yahweh Shai, Bahashum, Hakudash. Double honor to the apostles and elder bishops, across the four winds of the earth, that puts in teaching the truth and all sincerity and righteousness, as well as your brothers, your and also puts in teaching the truth. And Salaki, trying to get this thing straight. Salaki. And start over. Double honor to the apostles and elder bishops, across the four winds of the earth, that puts in teaching the truth and all sincerity and righteousness, as well as your brothers, your and also puts in teaching the truth. And shalom to the Akwafi and your very few sisters who have been in order and keeping the faith in the last days and doing what y'all need to be doing. And shalom to the Lord's elect, 144,000 and one third. Shalom to y'all. Speak all ourselves the hopeful elect. Coming back to you through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Shai, another lesson exhortation. And back on the plow, the Lord's will, y'all be edified. And kind of been hard for me trying to find a spot out here, trying to preach and, you know what I'm saying, bring out this word, you know what I'm saying, to go into a couple things whenever that's on my spirit and anything that's going on in, amongst Israel. So you know what I'm saying, you know, again, Lord's will, y'all be edified. You know what I'm saying, tuning in and receiving this word while y'all can. Okay, because we in some perilous times, you know, and to just go ahead and let's see, Second Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also that in the last days we are in the last days, the last of the last days. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And what is perilous times? Dangerous times, right? Drastic times. Okay, times when you know ain't gonna be no mercy for anybody. You know, just to put it straight like that, ain't gonna be no mercy. You know what I'm saying, for not a soul out here except for the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay, and how would the elect of the nation of Israel will receive mercy? You know, by them obeying, you know, the law, statutes, commandments of the Lord. You know, sent to the best of their ability, ultimately being ordained. You know what I'm saying, but as well, you know what I'm saying, to seal it all off, them not bowing the knee to Baal. And as to that, in these times we are in, that's taking the mark of the beast, which is the micro sea hill, right? The device that is about the size of a grain of the grain of rice, you know. And I got a couple of videos that that go into this, that speak a little bit about it, trying to talk fast and shit. I'm gonna go into little videos, you know. I'm gonna bring out certain things, you know what I'm saying, through the spirit that's going on again amongst Israel with these folly camps. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you already know who the main one is. IUIC, you know, IUCPK in them as well, right? Those that teach against the true doctrine of Yahweh Shema Shai. And it's pretty, it's just, um, it's not far fetched to see that this camp is fucking bud the fuck out. You know, and I just got to put it in a way that it's really truly vexing to see this shit going on. And it's clear as day to a lot of people that, like I said, to a lot of people, that the mark of the beast is the microchip that they will implement towards the whole planet Earth for a majority of the people to be under a system where they are controlled. It's just that simple to understand. It really, it literally in your face. I don't know why the hell that did like. I don't know. Still good, still connected. So whatever. It is what it is. But but like I said, man, you know, it just completely. What word I want to use, man, for this? Oh, illiterate, something. Man, it just completely stupid. It just stupid. You know that these guys can't see this, man. Well, it's not stupid. It's righteous at the end of the day. It's nothing but the Lord is keeping them blinded to the truth, ultimately to destroy them, right? Ultimately to destroy the ass. Because they've been so wicked, they've been going off in the scriptures, they've been taking stuff out of the scriptures, taking from the scriptures. So you know what I'm saying? It's constantly back and forth with trouble with these guys. Okay? Now I'm gonna go to the video, which I'm gonna get it from the Apostle Hard channel, really. Um, uh, there. Shit on that slow sometimes. Damn, IUIC, of course. God damn. One thing that these guys would be famous for is being the most bugged out camp ever, man. I want to get to the part where they start talking about it. And so, Lucky, I'm just saying all this up and everything. Let's see. Yeah, just do that. So, get it out. The service slow. Yeah, I forgot I watched a lot of it last night. Cause the whole first hour, you know, from watching the other parts of the hard video, the whole first hour, and when he was watching the class that they was giving, they just been talking about multiple wives. When the title it says what the title says is digital ID, the mark of the beast. That's the title of the class that he titled it. But yet they ain't went into um they didn't went into it till about an hour or some or 40 minutes in. An hour or 40 minutes or half an hour or a half or whatever. It took them that long to go into the mark of the beast. Now starting with GMS, of course, with Elder Pastor Hart being his favorite topic, he'll go into it straight away and just give it to you straight away because he been over it so many times with a lot of people, as well as the other apostles and the elders and the bishops, all in this truth. We went over the mark of the beast clearly and vividly to a lot of people, man. You know, and it's just that simple. The mark of the beast is the microchip that America, as all the other nations that will be a part of this system, they will implement for all the people that is in the world. So to be under a system where they be tracked, their banking information, all that be tracked. So their data, all that, man. You know, your whole wallet, your social security, your birth certificate, all that will be in the size of a grain of rice. that you would end up have to take in the palm of your hand right here or in your forehead, man. All that will be inside you, that biometric ID. That's biometric ID. Bio being the bio being your body, you know what I'm saying? Something that involves or something that involves your body. And metric is like measure. So it's like they're experimenting your body and to see how far it will go to certain things that they'll put inside of it. Or that they will the experiments that would do to it. Right? Shalom. So this is what IUIC completely don't understand. Okay? They don't understand the fact that it is crucial for you to break this down to the flock for them to understand that this is dangerous. That's a trumpet that we got to blow, that we got to give heed to as well as for ourselves. Cause this is gonna come to our front door, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? This will all come to us. Everything will happen to us. It will happen to everybody upon this planet Earth. You know? But again, ultimately, the elect on the side will be saved. You know, it's been ordained for the elect to be saved on the side. All right. Now to get first, let's try to get this video, man. Again, it took them a fucking hour and some 30 minutes, some 40 minutes, or whatever, to go into this topic. So you know, say these guys, they constantly want to push out whatever the fuck they want to push out themselves. So, okay. Matter of fact, I just do. I like this. Uh,
Appreciated. We are in the time of the I sound. Much for some time. ID the video. ID, and that is what.
right. Matter of fact, I play this real quick just to give you a reminder of what UK did. Right.
Today, I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this parliament. Okay, so.
Right. At the end of this parliament means, you know what I'm saying, by the end of their, you know what I'm saying, administration or whatever. Which we know this administration over here in America and the administration over there, you know, UK, all the administrations, all these, rather they could be putting, you know what I'm saying, fake administrations or, you know what I'm saying, puppeteers or whatever in the spaces, you know what I'm saying, the span time of, you know, now in the future. Maybe we don't know, but still, all these at the end of the day, all these devils going to go into slavery. All these devils going into slavery. Again, trying to
Things.
get
Credit score this video was done by two of them you know, the talking people from negotiate.
Yeah.
The only one that
terrible.
Negotiate what we see
now listen up and just listen to what the fuck he said, man. And this is from the Elder Yashawamba page that I had to get this from because you know, so I was just sit there and scroll for about fucking minutes trying to find that part. Cause he been talking about it so much. The other parts of the heart just been sitting there waiting to see what he would say. Cause he been just sitting there, again. He been talking about the multiple wives thing. They just bugged out and they're just trying to push burdens upon brothers that they can barely bear, knowing that brothers, you know, so not to get personal or you know what I'm saying, detailed, but brothers, some brothers' sex drives be high as fuck and they be ready to fuck. I'm gonna be honest, right? But anyways, here you go.
It's from the scriptures. Okay. Waking up to this truth that we are Israel and changing our lives. We are the only that don't. That waking up to this truth that we are Israel and changing our lives. We are the only one that don't have the mark out of these. You know, they waiting to be shipped down. So, but let me tell you all you people, you all already got the mark of the beast already. So he said, people.
Right. He's talking about the mark of the beast is sin. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping with white woman, embargo. They make it all these different things, right? You know what I'm saying? Now the okay, cool. So you already there, right? Right. Hey man, hey man. Just it's just as much further you think about it, it pisses you off even more. Cause how is that crazy? Cause we born in sin. When we are born into a world of sin. Once we are born, no, we won't know the name of the Lord. We have to learn it, right? All these things we have to learn. And these guys, they taking it, oh, what that word? They taking advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to plague people's mind. Like you learn this from slavery. You know this, which is true. Christianity. You know what I'm saying? People come up. You know what I'm saying? The living some come up in Israelites. There's brothers in the truth that came up, literally, their fathers grew up being Israelites. You know what I'm saying? That's true. And that's beautiful. But of course, for those that came in, you know what I'm saying, with a Gentile state of mind, you know what I'm saying, worshiping Christianity, you know what I'm saying, worshiping Jesus, call upon Jesus, this and that, the third, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You worshiping holidays, Christmas and all that. You know, now you come into the truth and you learn not to do all those things, you know what I'm saying, to uh uh uh, you know, walk in the ways of the Lord. These guys pushing the narrative of, oh, you got to keep the law, statutes, commandments to the 100%. You know, so you got to keep the laws. You got to keep the laws. That's how you be saved. You got to keep the laws, statutes, commandments, right? Which, oh shit, hold on, I did not mean to do that. But they'll continue to push that whole Reddit, and it's just confusion. It's just constant confusion.
Outside of those of these individuals, they're not picking, you know, things, people from doing things and staying in it.
I wish I can get it from the actual video, from the actual classroom they did. Cause I don't be, you know. This shit here, man.
Is the digital lives, you know.
Literally, almost a whole hour in, these guys haven't even talked about it yet.
The music, you all got the mark of the beast already, and that's what I'm going to show you all in the scriptures. Everybody going crazy. No, the gimmick, that music. It means you better sit if you're sleeping, wake your ass up. That's the that. This is all. This is.
I honestly love that little. Of course, that's the gimmick they use, but I actually like that little sound, but only because it came from. The first time I heard that sound, it came from Dragon Ball. You know what I'm saying? And I know the brother on the comic board. I know for a fact he watched Dragon Ball. He know about it. You know what I'm saying? Dragon Ball been that shit when we were growing up, for sure. And not this is something that we also learned too. They use Dragon Ball. You can look at Dragon Ball like this true. You know what I'm saying? Us as Saiyans, you know what I'm saying? You know Frieza, they calling the Saiyans monkeys. You know these devils be calling us monkeys. You know, but let's just get straight to it, man.
Because Britain got the digital ID, but I want to show you all of you all in America already got it. You understand? Well, the majority of you all. Now check this. Let's go. All right. Yo, I will need you all to. But he just said you heard him. You can bring it back. He said that we they.
So apparently everybody I mean, that shit. How what the fuck do you mean by, let's just listen further. Let's just listen further.
They don't got the mark.
And Salaki, I just saw a little girl just fell down, hurt herself and shit. Yeah, she'd be alright.
But everybody else got it. If you're a black Christian, I will need y'all to. But he just said, you heard him. You can bring it back. He said that they ain't got it. They don't got the mark. But everybody else got it. If you're a black Christian, whatever, Edomite, but they're able to buy and sell. He's able to buy. He's able to buy and sell. He don't got it. You need to show me that trick. How did you do that?
You found a loophole?
You found a loophole? They don't know what the hell they're talking about. What keeps these zombies glued to the ship is the gimmicks.
All it is, guys, too. All you what? When they we all. So it must be something else. So like this, man. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, these guys they constantly go off on the scripture. They constantly go off and take away. You know, Pastor Tahar, as he keeps saying about these guys, man. Actually, two things: they waxing worse and worse, and another thing, watch what Yahweh Shemel Shah going to do to the IUIC. Lord going to just like he did on the Sakari group, he going to do to the IUIC, the IUCPK as well. Remember that shit that what's the name, General Mayaka Allah has said? Let me get that video one more time. This shit he said, man. Right? Let's not forget what the fuck he said. Listen to this.
Shalom. This is to all Israelite groups and all Israelite communities and all breakoffs from One West and breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs. No matter what rainbow uniform you wear, red, white, purple and white, all white, it don't matter. You should all treat the ISUPK like your weird, misunderstood Sabbath. You shouldn't do anything until you counsel with the ISUPK. We'll tell you when and what to eat. We'll tell you who to marry. We'll tell you who to have sex with and how. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your wives. We'll tell you how to...
Man, let me... Damn, I can even play paper. I can... Well, shit retarded. We'll teach you how to have... We teach you how to have sex and... you heard what the fuck he said. I'm not finna repeat what he said, man.
Resolve conflicts with your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, everybody. We'll tell you when and how to pray. We'll tell you how to direct your life in a way that's pleasing to the Most High God of Israel and our Black King Yahushua, a.k.a. Jesus Christ. We will be to you instead of a God.
We will be to you instead of a God. As much as fame continue to be at the forefront of these guys' mind, them demons start to fuck with them more and more and more. Them demons start to take over them. And they just allow it. Because that's what they want. That's truly what they want. They want fame. They want shit on this side. So you know what I'm saying? It's completely, it just, what's set up for them is destruction, man. So since I'm about down there almost 30 minutes in, I'm going to just burn the precepts out. And we're going to Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 1. And it reads, "Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pastor, saith the Lord." And you go into that word pastors. Excuse me. The word, I'm trying to see what the word is. Salat. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it like this. The word for pastors there is ra'ai, 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 ra'ai. It's like if I'm butchering that, but it means to pastor, tend, graze, feed. So you feeding to feed, graze, to tend, pastor of people as flocks. So you know what I'm saying? Again, you reference the scripture reference us as lost sheep, right? As sheep, you know. Well, we're not lost now that we found Yahweh Shem Shai, but you know the scripture reference us as sheep, reference Israel as sheep. So you know what I'm saying? As us that's over the sheep, the shepherds, we ought to, and being led by the top shepherd, Yahweh Shai, you know, Yahweh Shem Shai, through the Spirit, we ought to lead, teach, and direct our people in the way as our Lord, you know what I'm saying, ought to have us to walk, you know what I'm saying, which is by the law, statutes, commandments, you know, to the best of our ability, right? What IUIC teaches? You got to keep the law 100%, right? You got to keep it 100%. You know what I'm saying? There's, you know, there's no such thing as fade. No, no, you got to keep the law, you know? Which I'm not saying this is that there's no such thing as faith. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, putting it that way for what they make it seem like. There's no faith, you know what I'm saying? Your faith is just keeping the laws, keeping the laws, keeping the laws. Which in reality, the laws is not going to save us. It's not going to save us, you know? But by way of us showing our faith, we got to keep the law. By way of showing our faith, we got to keep the law, you know? So, yeah, man. In verse 2, therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh of Salaki. Thus saith, therefore, let me read that with Salaki. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, God of Israel, against the pastures that feed my people, ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evils of your doings, saith Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? How they scattered, you know what I'm saying, the flock, how they scattered the sheep, you know, they scattering their minds from the truth, from the actual truth. You know what I'm saying? When they say that, again, the mark of the beast of sin, which is really the microchip, you know what I'm saying, the RFID C hip, right? And what's other stuff that they teach is an eternal hell where your soul burns forever. You know what I'm saying? Only Israel is, you know, burned there, but only IUIC could be saved, right? You know? And matter of fact, I got another precept. Let me go and grab that real quick. The book of the 20 verse 7 will be hope. and haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and the Lord Yahweh, Bahashemi Hawashai, alone shall be exalted in that day. Right? These guys exalting themselves upon the seat of Moses. You know what I'm saying? That they're the experts of the law. You know what I'm saying? And pushing, the gospel and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Just because they go, traveling worldwide, 12 tribes worldwide, right? What does scripture say? In Matthew chapter 23. Matter of fact, I might just get that matter of fact, I'll get it right now. I'll get it right now. And I'm gonna go back to Isaiah, then go back Jeremiah. The book of Matthew, chapter 23, in verse just straight to the point. I'm gonna start at verse 12. And it reads, and whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted, right? And then the scripture saying, I believe in First Peter, when the Lord said, humble yourselves. Right, First Peter 5:6, humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of the Most High, that He may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon Him, for He careth for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And we just had just had an incident where a brother had got attacked by the devil. You know, then some shit was fake. So it could be real, and could be the BB gun. What I'm saying? But the bird perceived to be smell some liquor off his damn breath, regardless of how it is. His devil will roll up on the brother, have a problem with him bringing out the word, exposing his dumb ass, and his walking the race. You know, and when the devil fucked around and got close to the brother, well, he fucked up at. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure the brother is humble as hell. I'm already know I could tell by the manner of the brother, he's humble. He's real humble. So the brother just trying to calm to escalate, down the way. It wasn't in what I'm saying? The Lord rest the spirit upon that brother to get the upper hand on that devil, because the devil ended up pointing the gun at him like this. And grab the gun, hold it up, and put the devil down on the ground and start. But the brother just, I can imagine how it was. You know what I'm saying? With certain things that's going on, you can with certain situations you can picture it actually. So you know what I'm saying? You seen the brother grab the gun, put the devil on the ground. He got the gun for him, but he's been at the same time just straight up beating the devil in this shit. You know? And the brother beat the shit out of that man. You know? Barakatha Yahweh Shemel Shai called Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai for allowing the brother to get the upper hand on the devil. You know what I'm saying? The brother received victory at the end of the day through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Right? And another thing to mention, you know what I'm saying, for that, the devil, you know what I'm saying, Esau, he caught back the gun 3 times. 3 times. Usually the bullet will come out at the every caught, right? For those brothers that's, quote unquote gun experts, right? When you caught back a gun, if it's actually loaded, the bullet will come out. You caught back one time and put the bullet in the head, okay, word. But you caught back another time, the bullet gonna come out, but another one going back in. It's gonna happen every time when you unload or when you caught back the gun, right? So that devil part just been drunk, you know what I'm saying? Just demons power just took over his mind. So regardless of what it is. In verse 9, who resist the steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. Exactly, our brothers suffering from this, from persecution. You know what I'm saying? You know, for preaching the word. That's all. That's all it's going to come down to in these last days. Is persecution of the word. Verse 10. But the Most High, Yahweh of all grace, who have called us into His eternal glory by Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. After that, ye have suffered a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you. Exactly. The Lord will keep us protecting in these days. Lord's will, we are that number to be protected through all the said troubles and the said dangers that will be take place upon that would take place upon Babylon the Great, as well as other places that were brothers at. You know, because Jacob's trouble, which IUIC didn't believe in, well, I wouldn't say they didn't believe in it, but they didn't teach it correctly. Because you know what I'm saying, you had a incident, well, not an incident, but you had Bishop Nate and another IUIC member. You know what I'm saying? I guess they went to Jamaica. Matter of fact, instead of me explaining it, because you know, anything these guys do, I'm basically just learning it and taking it all in. You know what I'm saying? Right along with you brothers. And this coming from the other brother, Amon Gabar, right? His YouTube channel is GMS Awakening 144, right? Subscribe and be edified. And let me get to the part in the video where IUIC talks about it. All right, here you go.
Right, they're the ones that call us the punks.
No, let me go to the part where, yeah, right here. Right. So this Bishop Nate and you know what I'm saying, another one of his men
The time of Jacob.
talking to this Jamaican guy, I guess so. And this, I don't know his name, but the Jamaican guy, you know what I'm saying, the Benjamite brother, then questioning Bishop Nate about, oh, is it could be a time of Jacob's trouble. He did, and the way Bishop Nate, I'm gonna just let you hear it, man.
When Bishop Nathaniel of the IUIC, the leader of the IUIC, said that there was not going to be a time of Jacob's trouble, I'm going to put that up there too. Deuteronomy 28 showed that we would have gone through slavery. Yes. We would have gone through oppression. What is next to happen to us? Liberation through Christ, or will there be something else, another form of slavery that we will go through, another tribulation that we'll go through before Christ established the kingdom? Yes, I understand. What's going to happen? Will there be, yes? What is going to happen before Christ makes returns? Is there going to be another? There's going to be war between.
And of course, they pushing Christ, but they don't know the true name of the Lord, though, quote unquote. These niggas are hypocrites to the fucking core. I'm telling y'all, man. You know, and please go to my channel and look for that video of Bishop Nate. But I even play it right now because I got it saved right here in my watch later tab. You know, let me show y'all real quick. Where that? Matter of fact, I ain't even going to mess with it. I done said that and mentioned it so many times. Y'all don't know where that, man. Go look for it on my channel.
The nations. Yeah, okay. The European Union will crumble. Okay, they will despise and fight against Babylon the Great, which is the United States of America, and it will burn America with fire. So Europe is going to go to war. Yes. with America. Yes. Yeah. But in terms of us,
Excuse me for that.
Will we go through another kind of slavery, another tribulation that slavery was representative of? You mean no? Matthew 24. You know what I want? So Christ, what will happen to us immediately before Christ returns? As a people, as a race. race. Yes. You know what I want to tell that, please? Yeah. Matthew 24. Yeah. As it was. You got it for me? Yes. Verse 38. Matthew 24, verse 38. So to 37. 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So that's going to be the outcome. We're going to be carried along like lollygog, like you're doing now. Everything going all right. That's right. War will be going on. Excitement and so on. Then war will pop off. So we as a people will
completely missing the fact that we got to go through Jacob's trouble before all that. You know, times that we might be starving, times that we could be tortured, persecuted. You know what I'm saying? Some of us going to go into concentration camps. Some of us going to be in the wilderness somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Having to fend for ourselves, man. Right? He ain't mentioned none of that. The fact that we going to be out of the grid, out of the system, all because we want to take the mark of the beast, right? Because it could be smart cities everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It could be, you know, places where you won't be able to go into a city. It could be checkpoints everywhere. Checkpoints. It could be different. How that was the apostle. I think Apostle Tahar brought this out one time that when they do this whole thing, it's gonna be like different classes or divisions or something like that. You know, I'm trying to think. Let me see. I think class divisions. They actually have a map. Fuck. How to It basically was I want to say a chart, but it would be a map of the United States, and it's divided in different divisions on where certain things gonna be. And, you know, I forgot how it was. I gotta go back into the. And the IUIC teaches that the Sabbath is Friday to sundown, the Saturday to sundown, which is completely false. It's the new moon. You gotta follow the new moon, right? The lunar calendar. With some churches follow that, which is bullshit. You know, this is church right down my road that that pushes Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. You know what I'm saying? Sabbath, right? Which is again, you know, which honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know if they teach that, but I know on their sign that he got it says something Sabbath something I don't know, but I'm already knowing this Christianity shit going to play the fuck out of play the mind of our people regardless. That Stockholm syndrome is going to play the as the death. But yet they want to talk shit about the Hebrew Israelites. They want to talk shit about us coming out in peace, doing this and that, the third, coming out with the truth. Yet they ass ain't doing shit they damn selves. They saying that in churches is call upon Jesus, this and that, third, right? People are still calling upon Jesus in 2025. 2025, we still call upon Jesus though. Okay. But you want to talk shit about the Hebrew Israelites? Okay. 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 But whatever, back to this, man. And I only say that because the motherfuckers said something about us. Two women that just passed by. Let me go back to the video, man.
An ethnic kind of a persecution. No.
And matter of fact, also I want to say another thing because there's a lot of people that love to talk shit about us for doing what we do, but yet they don't. There's men out here that still ain't, you know, what I'm saying the mindset of bowing their knee down to a woman. You still got Jakes I heard that still call upon a whole nother god, still worshiping Islam. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that fake ass religion. You know what I'm saying? Worshiping Allah, which is a fake ass. Listen, man. I'll. This why I wanted to go somewhere where I can honestly lift up my voice, but I can do it if I want to, regardless. But the fact that I'm at a park, I just using wisdom, which you know what I'm saying. It's a lot. It's. I just want to go home, man. I truly just want to go home. That's all I'm gonna say on that, cause it's you want to do something so bad, you want to say something so bad, but all for the sake of the ministry, you just have to be wise. You just have to be wise, man. You know. But truly, it's fuck everybody in Babylon that don't even. It's truly fuck everybody in this bitch, man. Fuck the 2/3. Fuck the 2/3. Fuck the 2/3. Fuck the 2/3, man.
You explain Daniel 12. Daniel 12 and verse 1. Yes. There's a time to come. At that time, shall arise Michael, the great prince who has charge of your people. This is talking about the Hebrews. And there shall be a time, but at that
It's a
time,
lot.
this talking about
This. Let me go back to what he read the scriptures.
You got it for me? Yes. Verse 38.
So Vision 8 told the Jamaican dude, oh, ain't gonna be no time but Jake's trouble. Basically, you know, all that's gonna happen is that there's gonna be war in the Middle East, you know what I'm saying? And we should be over here waiting for that to go over until the Lord comes and redeem us. We could be cool on this side. So for what how Bishop Nate sees it, there's no Jacob's trouble. There's no Jacob's trouble. What does Jeremiah chapter 30 says, man? Right? Alas, but that day is great. There's none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. What is Jacob's trouble? Go read Second Esdras. Go read Second Esdras chapter 15. Then once you're done reading that, jump over to verse 16. Right? And further to even give you understanding, go um go do research on what happened during 70 AD, right? Go look at what happened during that time. Just to go look it up. You know, you know that Israel went under a siege from Vespasian and Titus, which later Vespasian just ended up sending his son Titus, because he ended up becoming emperor after Nero had died, right? And it's all during this time that it's happened to Israel. Rome was fucking falling. Rome was fucking falling, right? All during the time of the Israelites being crucified. It's crucified, Salaki. I'm thinking about something else. Well, during that time to be crucified too. Then the crucifixions happened during the time of the siege. Israelites been trying to escape. Nah, they straight up crucifying their ass when they trying to escape. And when those that stayed in, but they been hungry, trying to eat, some starved to death, kids been starving to death. Even mothers been eating their child. You had mothers eating their babies all because they were fucking hungry during that time. And that time coming back to this, coming back in this time during our lifetime, you know. What the hell? I don't even about to ask. I don't even about to say nothing to that. But anyways, but listen, man, listen. For you brothers that just coming to the know and trying to understand what's going on, listen. Just please understand that when we come out and say that we're going to come into some dangerous and some trying times and some you know just times that we will be tried for our faith. These are the times that we are speaking on, where you could be tried upon your faith based upon you being starved to death, or you could be tried in the concentration camps, or you know what I'm saying. You could be having them walk by and survive immense amount of people trying to come at you, You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, boy. If you just haven't been tuning into the lessons completely at all, man, it's you just ain't gonna know till it happens. You just ain't gonna know till it happens, man.
Matthew 24, verse
That too.
38. So to 37. 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also coming of the Son of Man be. So that's going to be the outcome. We're going to be carried along like lolly-da, like you're doing now. Everything going all right. That's right. War will be going on. Excitement and so on. Then war will pop off. So we as a people will not go through an ethnic kind of a persecution.
And this when you want to talk about there ain't gonna be no time but Jacob trouble.
How do you explain Daniel 12? Daniel 12 and verse 1. Yes. There's a time to come. At that time shall arise Michael, the great prince who has charge of your people. This is talking about the Hebrews. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never has been since there was that nation of Israel in that time. But at that time your people shall be delivered, everyone whose name shall be revealed. Yes. This prophesies that Israel is going to go through something, a time of trouble such as never was. That means it is supposed to exceed, if we are Israel, this should exceed slavery. This should exceed any.
And this time it's going to exceed 70 AD. It's going to exceed the translated slave trade. It's going to exceed the what any other massacre, any other massacre that happened upon over here, which I can think of one, the Orangeburg massacre, which happened in Orangeburg. If y'all ain't know about that, um, you can go watch my video. I had did it with a brother. So like I'm trying to find that video for you, so y'all can check it out. I did a while ago. Me and that brother that did that video, we did a while ago. Yeah, here we go. The video is called "No New Thing Under the Sun: The Orangeburg Massacre." Right, and I posted that a year ago. A year ago, right? So, yeah, check that out. It basically, yeah, just go check it out. Just go check it out. Cause my mind a little foggy on it. I ain't talked about it in so while. But yeah, with any other massacre that happened upon the planet Earth, the times of Jacob Trouble is going to top any other event that you may think that is gruesome or it's been terrible or it's been the worst thing that ever happened to humans. Nah, how about bring a planet Earth, man? You really that you did. You wish that you be dead right now, world. You know, you would. Fuck, man. As much we've been trying to warn you, Jakes, for so long about this thing, man. And it's still constantly gonna be warning you about it. And y'all ain't gonna listen to literally it happens right in your face. It comes to your front door. Y'all will not believe a damn thing until it happens to your front, right at your front door. As soon as you walk out, boom, it's there. Somebody probably getting fucking getting their ass beat right there in front of you. As soon as you open your door and your robe with your coffee in your hand and the mug, you know what I'm saying? Damn, you getting your ass beat already? It's about fucking 7 a.m. and shit. Like, God, bro, listen. Call lawyer how about Shamel Shah. I just can't say nothing else but to give praise. Because this is what the Lord finna bring. This is what Yahweh Shemel Shah finna bring upon the planet Earth for the atrocities and the crimes that he did to the Lord's people. All of this finna happen all because Esau Edom want to be a devil and a demon and a fucking evil ass nigga. All right, cause he constantly been punishing the people of Israel, which is us, the so-called the so-called Negroes, Hispanic, and Native Indians, and those that look like the other heathen nations. And as well as that, they even teach people. And Bishop Nate, they teach that most of our people over there in Africa. No, they fucking not. They Hamites. It's a little bit of our people over there. Only because we've been when we left from when Jerusalem was getting sieged up, you know what I'm saying, getting the temple being destroyed and all that. Half our people traveled to Africa. Yes, that's true. Whatever. That's when he took half of us at. He even took some Hamites over there from over there and brought them over here because he thought we looked like the same fucking people, which we fucking not. And I wish I had my own Zondervan Bible dictionary, and I would go to the dictionary, the definition. So, like, I'm trying to talk fast. I will go to the definition where it says that uh 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 the the Hamites they are a dark skinned race. I forgot exactly how it's worded, but they are a dark skinned people as well as us. But it's going to say in the way they say they say they're going to say. Matter of fact, I can look it up. Uh, Hamite definition in Zondervan dictionary. Zondervan dictionary. Excuse me. Okay, here we go. Ham, and this from biblicaltraining.org. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 sons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark race, not the blacks, but the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Libyans, and the Canaanites. His indigency, when his indigency, so like his ident, uh, his indigency. I'm having trouble saying this damn word. Matter of fact, what does word means any fucking way? Indecent. Oh, okay. His indecency when his father lay drunk by a curse on Canaan, right? When he seen Noah naked, like he was asleep, you know what I'm saying, in his tent, and he was basically by that nigga, he been drunk, you know what I'm saying? So he was asleep, knocked the fuck out, sleeping good, you know what I'm saying? And Ham went in and saw him and, you know what I'm saying, went back out, you know what I'm saying? The rest of the sons had to go in, but had his turn and had a cloth and put it over him so he be covered. But with Ham, since his bitch ass ain't did that, he got cursed, right? So there you go, man. And exactly what it says. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the blacks. Who are the blacks? The so-called Negroes, niggas, the niggers, right? Just repeating what Esau said in the trying to fight against the brother. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, I've been trying to show this video for a while, man. Honestly, just go watch just go watch the videos, man. Just go watch the videos, right? IUIC these through, and they wicked as hell. You know what I'm saying? They're going to constantly be wicked. They're going to constantly, you know what I'm saying, be demons. You know what I'm saying, behind sheep clothing. You know what I'm saying, wolves and sheep clothing, and constantly bring you damnable heresies, man. You niggas ain't gonna. They don't have a righteous bone in their body whatsoever, man. And then the stories from, you know what I'm saying, from ex members when they leave, they be coming out hearing they go to vocab Malone and be like, just just telling their stories of what the fuck been going on. You know what I'm saying, IUIC and the shit that they experienced. You know what I'm saying, the hardships. You know what I'm saying, the amounts, the immense burdens and uh, uh, um just heavy burdens, right? Yeah, let me go ahead and bring these scriptures out, man. Yeah, Jake bugging the fuck out. Now everybody finna leave because that motherfucker crazy as hell. I don't know what the fuck he got going on. But you see, even more niggas like that gonna be popping up everywhere, man. You gonna have niggas bugging out in the streets, don't know what the fuck, probably on them damn drugs and shit. Yeah, everybody about to leave right now. You know what I'm saying? Because it is that. You know what I'm saying? Well, it ain't my fucking problem. I'm still free. I still gotta bring this word out regardless. Whatever fuck you. Whatever. Listen, during all of this, of course we gotta be wise, but you know, just be vigilant. As the scripture says, as I brought it out, you gotta be wise, man. But it's niggas like that is what gonna paint a picture on the Israelites what it's already is. You know what I'm saying? That they want to call. You know what I'm saying? That's what they call us bywords. You know what I'm saying? These niggas are crazy. They what are you saying, man? They crazy. You know what I'm saying? They're psycho and shit. You know, they make all kinds of names about us, man. And y'all should already know that whatever the fuck you hear these damn crackers be calling us, even the heathen nations. You know what I'm saying? That main word, nigger. They ignorant, right? Ignorant people. You know, we need the Lord, man. We need Yahweh Shemal Shai. All of us do. But yet the 2/3, they ain't gonna realize that. They ain't gonna wake up to that fact, man. You know, that's why it is the remnant. And when the Lord said that it was not for the remnant, he would have done away with the whole nation of Israel, man. Cause niggas so fucking bugged out and their spirit is not right. Their spirit is not right. Their spirit is not right. I'm going back in the book of Salah. Going back to the book of Isaiah chapter 2, and I'm gonna read that verse again. Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 11. And it reads, "The lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of man shall be bowed down, and the Lord Yahweh alone shall be exalted in that day. But the day of the Lord Tazaba'af of hosts, right? The Lord of hosts, Tazaba'af meaning that, that's how you say it, the Lord of hosts in the Hebrew. For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low." Right? Jumping down to verse 17, "And the loftiness of men shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low, and Yahweh alone shall be exalted in that day." It says it again there, man. So, hey, listen, any Israelite in this thing that received the knowledge, the truth, you know what I'm saying, to get buck up about it and think they'll receive it on their own, the Lord gonna handle their ass, man. Right? What it says in the New Testament, in the book of Galatians, chapter 6, and starting at verse 1. Galatians chapter 6 and verse 1. Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, right, restore such an one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted. Without, you know what I'm saying, starting from elder apostles to heart on down, right? Without the rebukes, the constant, you know what I'm saying, back and forth from the doctrines, you know, which we constantly have to do, you know what I'm saying, for the elect's sake, you know, for them to receive the truth and to discern from whether the truth is or whether it is not. We got to constantly rebuke these guys, and you know they not taking heed to the warnings. You know what I'm saying? They think that their faith is established, that you know what I'm saying, that they had 100% truth. This and that third, man. Listen, it's constantly holes in their doctrine that we are attacking, and such as mark of the beast. Verse 2: bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of the anointed. Right, and here's the point: for if a man think of for if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiving himself. And that's the thing with all of us, that we got to realize that we are nothing but just souls and vessels. This is nothing but flesh that will die off soon when the Lord comes back. You know, but so many Israelites, so many Christians are in the mindset of, you know, this is heaven, this is the kingdom, this is, you know what I'm saying, the Lord is dealing with this place. No, what does it say in the book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 8? Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon this sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from all the face of the earth. Right? During this time, he was talking about Israel, and now this is twofold, talking about this place here, America, Babylon the Great. Saving that, I would not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. For lo, I will command, and I will shift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is shifted in the sheaf, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. Right? And verse 10, all descendants of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake us, no prevent us. No, God favored me. God going to protect me in these days. How would you know that? How would you truly know that? Do you truly know? Do you truly understand what's going on? Do you truly understand the seriousness of the prophecies that is going to be fulfilled upon this place? You know, the type of events that will play out. You know, niggas don't actually think about it. They truly don't think about it. Niggas just think that they're top dog, and you know what I'm saying, the biggest in the city. You know, I'm the biggest, right? The biggest stepper. With Yahweh Shemel Shai, they're the biggest stepper. You know, Yahweh Shai just second of his father. You know what I'm saying? The second biggest stepper, right? You don't want that. That is son. Let it just. That is his son. His son. You know, the second biggest stepper, right? The son of Canaan, the son of the king of terrorists, right? The heavenly father is the king of terrorists. His son, he's the prince of terrorists. He's the prince of terrorists. He also a king though, you know. It just, man, you niggas, man, you false prophets, really. You false prophets. Let me get a couple more, and I'll go ahead and end it. You know, what I'm saying, it's getting dark now, so this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, same chapter I was about to go in earlier, and I'm gonna start at verse 21. And it reads, I have not sent these prophets, yet they ran. I have not spoken to them, yet they prophesied. If the Lord truly spoke to these men, they will bring out, yes, Jacob's trouble will be brought upon the planet Earth. You know? Yes, there's a thing of Jacob's trouble, and it will be played out upon Babylon the Great, right? Everybody in America will go through Jacob's trouble. Even if you try to lead the country, that shit gonna follow you. If you think you can escape the judgment of Yahweh Shemel Shah, then he's through. You can't escape the judgment of the Lord. If the Lord wants you dead, you're gonna die. You're gonna be killed. Sorry to give it to you that way, but hey, it is what it is. Should have been following his ways. Should have obeyed his ways, right? Should have just repented and just be converted. Just come back to the Lord. Instead of just having to go through all this and experience death, why not just come into the truth, come into the light, come be baptized with the word? And maybe you will understand life. You will understand how things go. You will understand the life that the Lord gives you. You will understand your journey. You will understand your path. But niggas don't get that. Niggas don't get that. They think they're on their own journey, their own path. They can transcend to something greater. You niggas are completely bugged the fuck out. And that really goes for all Israelites. You know what I'm saying? That think that way. Verse 22, but if they had stood in my counsel and had caused my people to hear my words, then they should have turned from their evil way and from the evil of their doings. If Bishop would start calling upon the names of Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, maybe the Lord actually got him in the right path, but he's not. He's disowning those names. Just before he called upon the names, now he disowning them. Damn, you can't see me whatsoever. God damn. In verse 23, am I a God at hand, saith the Lord, and not a God afar? Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him, saith the Lord? Do not I fill heaven and earth, saith the Lord? I have heard what the prophets say, that they prophesy lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed. How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yea, there are prophets of the deceit of their own heart. Bishop Nate teaches from his heart. Something he's getting from the scriptures that's correct, like he said, that the Lord will bring, judgment upon this place. This place is gonna be a lake of fire. It's gonna be a war. But he missing key details, like Jacob's trouble that's going to happen way before that, even during that, right? All of this stuff is gonna play out, what I'm saying, simultaneously. All of this will play out upon the planet Earth, man. How long should this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yea, there are prophets of the deceit of their own heart, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal. And Jesus just Baal, you know what I'm saying, with a spell to put on his ass, quote unquote, the Lord, which is still completely false. These guys, well, really, of course, by IUIC, they push, quote unquote, you know what I'm saying, our Lord is so-called black, but yet they still call upon Jesus. Okay, if you're going to go that far as showing the people that our Lord true identity, give them their true name. You know it, Bishop Nate. You know the names of the Yahweh Shem Shah. You know those names. You taught those names, nigga. So come on now. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's getting dark. You can't even see me. So, Lord's will, you was edified through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Shah, right? And of course, watch the other brothers' lessons. You know what I'm saying? Not going to the things that I went into, the very little bit of things that I went to, I wish I could have went into more. But you know what I'm saying? Just abiding by the spirit. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end it by giving by giving all infinite praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Hakodash. And double honor to the apostles and elders and elder bishops, across the four winds of the earth that push and teaching this truth, man. And salutations to the hopeful elect. All right. Watch this world pray. Be circumspect.